Hallelujah. All praises, honor, and glory goes to the Most High. Glory to the King. Thank you, Father. The Holy One of Israel, the Most High God of all gods, the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, gets all glory, honor, and praise for another week done, another day to be able to enter into the rest, another Sabbath. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Happy Sabbath to you all. And this is an important time to be able to cherish. Every breath that Yah gives us is a blessing. It's something to not take lightly, not to take for granted. Because there are people who didn't make it past Tuesday. There are people who had plans for Friday and they didn't make it to Friday. So every day that the Father is waking you up is a blessing to still be here. Give him praise for that. Give him praise for the fact that he's still dealing with you, waking you up each day, giving you another chance to be here. I pray you all are doing well. Your week was good. And even if you had some challenges, some difficulties along the way, I hope that you were able to see light, get some value out of it, because not all hardships are to destroy us. Some of them are molding and shaping us. Some of them are correcting us. And another aspect of rest is correction, because this can shake you up, humble you down to where you seek out a better path that's more conducive for growth, conducive for rest. Because if any of you have ran the streets, dibbled and dabbled in different substances, maybe got caught up in wrong crowds and had close encounters, each time that the Father's correcting you, he's shaking you up so that you can examine yourself, examine the error of your ways, examine the path that you're heading down. And by this correction, it will lead you to rest. So discipline, correction, that's another component of rest. If the Father's chastising you, don't grumble too much. That's my advice. Because it may just be what's necessary for you to have rest. Long-term rest. Genesis chapter 1, verse 30. Verse 31. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 31. And Yah saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Let's go to Genesis chapter 2. Take note of that. Genesis chapter 2 now. Verse 1 and 2. Peace and blessings to you all as you enter in. Let me know the audio is coming through clear. Genesis chapter 2, verse 1 and 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day Yah ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. The Most High God of all gods the Creator even took a moment to rest. After 6 days of creation, he set aside a seventh day to rest. And it's so crucial that we take a moment to set aside the Sabbath day to rest, because in a world where we're moving so fast, constantly going from one thing to the next, and sometimes we don't even finish one thing and we're already thinking about accomplishing the next step when we haven't even gone through the first half of the day. And so it's very easy to run ourselves ragged, drive ourselves into the ground, ripping and running around trying to do all these things that can actually be detrimental for our spirit. Rest. That's the topic tonight. As you've made it through the week, I pray that you're able to get some rest, be able to recharge, become refreshed. Exodus chapter 20. Exodus chapter 20, 8 to 11. It's very easy to get burnt out. When you don't take a moment to slow down and appreciate a moment of rest. Exodus chapter 20, verse 8 to 11. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahweh your Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, you, nor your son, nor your daughter, your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger that is within the gates. For in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. So the Creator of all this even set aside a day to rest. And He commands us to set aside a day to rest. Not only so that we can be recharged and refreshed, but also that we're able to honor Him. This is an aspect of His love for us. As we meditate on His Word, become replenished. Let's go to 1 Peter. Before I do that, though, there's one other thing I want to bring out. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy chapter 28. (45 to 48). 45 to 48 out of the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. There's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45 to 48. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh your Elohim, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Because thou servest not Yahweh your Elohim with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon your neck until he has destroyed you. Out of those verses, verse 47, because thou servest not Yahweh your Elohim with joyfulness and gladness of heart. Joyfulness and gladness of heart. When you can slow down and think about it. Hey, Samuel Barnes, blessings to you. Shalom. When you can take a moment to slow down and you think about it, one day where we can set aside the world. One day where we're not having to meet these deadlines, go over here, go over there. All these responsibilities, all these pressures of the world that got to do this, got to make that, got to go over here, got to finish this. All that doesn't matter. All that can go out the window. You get one day where you can clear your mind, set it all to the side. And so this reminds me, going to the next verse. But out of Deuteronomy 28:47, serving him with joyfulness and gladness of heart, it really is a delight to be able to not have to worry about these things for one day. To be able to set them aside, okay, I'm not going to deal with that today. This is a day to rest. I'm not going to wear myself out. I'm going to set it aside till the next day. None of that matters right now. Where you can be able to free your mind. That's a delight in itself. 1 Peter 5:7. Casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. Cast all your cares upon him because he cares for you. All that stuff can go out the window. None of it matters right now. Your world could be crumbling around you. But one day, just don't focus on that. It's not necessary. You come back to it tomorrow. Lay it all at his feet, they say. Bring it all to the table. Cast your cares upon him, for he cares for you. You know, stress too. We often stress so much over things that don't even happen. We will wear ourselves thin, stressing over things that have little to no value. And yet we make them so important. We hold them to such high regard as a necessity when Yah already gives us everything we need. Like a good, loving father, he knows before we even ask. But yet we want to take matters into our own hands. And how does that leave us? Wore out, beaten, dragged through the mud. Matthew 11. Matthew chapter 11, 28 to 30. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, that for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. sometimes you just got to delegate some of those tasks. Sometimes you got to delegate some of those burdens that you're carrying around. Understand what is in your control, and others understand the things that are beyond your power. But we get it confused, we get it twisted. We like to flip things around, We like to try to take on the things that we don't have control over. And we create unnecessary weariness, heaviness, unnecessary burden and stress. Matthew 11, 28 to 30. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. It's really not too difficult. There's a proverb that says, keep my commandments and live. But still in the book of Matthew, we'll go to chapter 8. This is a good one. This is kind of how I got the thumbnail of the video, if it's still there. Yeshua calms the storm. Matthew chapter 8, verse 23 to 27. Then he got into the boat, and his disciples followed him. Suddenly a furious storm came upon the lake, so that the waves swept over the boat. But Yeshua was sleeping. The disciples went and woke him, saying, Yahweh, save us, we're going to drown. He replied, you of little faith, why are you so afraid? Then he got up and rebuked the winds and the waves, and it was completely calm. The men were amazed and asked, what kind of man is this? Even the winds and waves obey him. So Yeshua was sleeping on the boat. There's a storm going around. People are panicking. He's over there just calm, being an example of rest. Your whole world can be crashing around, things breaking down, stuff not going the way you anticipated them going. You've got a storm around you. What does Yeshua say? He says, you of little faith, why are you so afraid? Remember what we just read about casting our cares upon him. Matthew 11, 28 to 30. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Delegate some of those tasks. Delegate some of those burdens. You don't have to carry it all on your own. Give it to the Father. And these disciples, they were, they had a heavy burden on them. There's a storm, we're going to drown. What do? They went to Yeshua. They said, Lord, save us. We're going to drown. Sometimes that's all it takes, calling out to the Father, calling out to Yeshua. Tell him, look, this is what's bothering me. This is the situation. Help calm us. Give us rest. Let's go back to Exodus. I'll read that real quick before we close out. Point is, enter into that rest. You need it. You may not even feel tired, but you'd be amazed at how you feel going into the new week when you've set aside your worries, taking a day to clear your mind and to be able to meditate on His Word, meditate on His promises, meditate on His goodness, His faithfulness, His tender mercies. Exodus 20. I pray you're able to get some rest. We need it. And we don't even realize it sometimes because we're so focused on what we need to get done, what we need to accomplish, where we need to go. We often neglect what our body is telling us, what our spirit is saying. Just slow down. Take a moment to reflect and recharge. You got ailments that are flaring up. You don't even know about it. You're wondering why your head's hurting, wondering why you're feeling nauseous. Follow your convictions. Exodus chapter 20, 8 to 11. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to Yahweh your Elohim. On it you shall not do any work, neither you nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male or female servant, nor your animals, nor any foreigner residing in your towns. For in 6 days Yahweh made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, but He rested on the seventh day. Therefore Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Just like Yeshua sleeping through the storm, the Most High taking a day to rest. There's a common theme. Enter into that rest. You'll be amazed at what you come up with. You'll be amazed at the strength you have going into the new week. The better attitude you might have. A shift in your mindset. You're spiritually recharged. I pray you all are doing well. May the Most High be with you. Prayerfully, this was edifying, giving us reminders to slow down a minute. Take some time to analyze and reflect. Because, hey, so many times we go rushing through life and this world is constantly moving at a fast pace. Always upgrading, always having the newest update. Like I say, oftentimes before we even finish one thing, we're already trying to get started on something new. Haven't even rolled out of bed and we're already trying to get something done after work and we didn't even go to work yet. It's only 8 o'clock. Take a minute to slow down and cherish this rest. Because like I say too, there are people who didn't make it past Tuesday. There are people who had plans for Friday and didn't make it to Friday. So the fact that the Father's gotten you through the week allowed you to enter into the rest. Cherish it. Delight in it. May the Most High be with you all. Peace and blessings. Shabbat Shalom. Happy Sabbath, everyone.